Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. So people are up in arms after a video of a male teacher filmed his students taking his braids in class, taking down his braids in class. Some people felt the act of taking braids down was too intimate for a student-teacher relationship.
Yeah, Ricky, the teacher, Jock Lee, notes that he has a great relationship with his students and most of their parents follow him on social media. However, despite his commentary on the 4-minute and 24-second video, the public still seems to be torn over the hair moment. Here's Jock's response to the criticism.
Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school, and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I didn't have the time to do it all myself, so naturally I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out, and they all agreed. Number two, this was at the end of class. A couple of these were students from my class, but others were students from other classes. I told the teachers only send them if all of their work was completed and they had good behavior. They all met the criteria, so 10 minutes before dismissal, they showed up for their job. My next point I'd like to make is, if I was a female teacher, those people wouldn't be in the comments saying, oh, this is weird, this is inappropriate. Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People saying, oh, that's too intimate. To me, it's literally just hair. It doesn't have to be weird.
So this, of course, sparked parents to go back and forth in the comments section. One person wrote in the comments, I see nothing wrong. Some of them may not have father figures or big brothers at home, so keep it up. Be there for them. Another person expressed similar sentiments with, a safe space is important. It takes a village.
However, with all the content shared online, the teacher couldn't stop the video from landing on the side of the internet filled with people who disagreed with what occurred. Other parents were calling for the teacher to be suspended and even possibly fired. And parents commented on the video saying, I don't care how much I love a teacher. Why would I want to be rewarded by taking his hair down? I wouldn't even want to put my hands in his hair. I don't know. This is weird. Another mother wrote, every night we see teachers and other adult predators on the news violating our children. Why would an adult male allow kids to play in his hair? While there are rumors the teacher was penalized by the administration for the situation, nothing has been confirmed.
All right, so was the teacher right or wrong? Or is it just an innocent act? My thing is, did you ask those kids' parents permission for them to be taking your hair down?
Right.
And number two, you just don't do that.
You just don't do that.
You just don't do it. I can't even explain it. I can't articulate it. Right. But I tell you what, my damn daughters wouldn't be taking their teacher hair down.
Exactly.
And they grown ass women, and you're not going to take your teacher's hair down.
Do you hear me?
Let me take it a step further. And men teachers, you don't touch girls' hair.
Thank you.
That part, Ricky.
I don't like it. I don't like when a man, you do not touch my daughter's hair. I don't care how pretty it is. You can compliment her, but you do not run your fingers or touch her braids or her barrettes and hair bows. You do not touch girls' hair, period. I'll never forget Reverend Woodruff had to correct somebody one time for touching this daughter's hair, and I never forgot it. Never. Yeah. You don't do that. You don't put your hands in no little girl's hair.
Because he's saying that people are saying it's weird, but as a father, I'm asking fathers out there, if you walk in your daughter's classroom, she's 11, 12 years old, and you see this, are you going to be okay with that?
Hell no.
No. And then also, Ricky, I did some investigating. I went down his timeline, and he has a lot of videos of him in the class with his students. And maybe he probably is a great teacher and has a great rapport with his kids. But why would you want to open yourself to that kind of scrutiny? And then also on his timeline, he has videos of him with no shirt on, with his pants all the way down to his pelvic bone, tattoos everywhere. And I'm like, if your students follow you and the parent is freaking appropriate.
No.
Yeah, all of this is a setup for inappropriate behavior.
Yes.
But that behavior is inappropriate itself. And here's the thing, too comfortable and too familiar. I don't want nobody that comfortable and that damn familiar with my child as you sit up in a classroom with your shirt off or have them taking your damn braids down. I would have never.
They were painting his nails too, Ricky. Painting his nails with clear polish.
No, that's real. That act is real pedophilish. To me,
and I understand what y'all saying, but my thought was, I said we don't know what type of class it was. It could have been a cosmetology class.
Don't matter.
It wasn't a cosmetology, and you don't need to be doing hair in school. You go to school to learn. You don't go to school.
If it's a cosmetology class, the girls will do each other's hair.
Well, he could have been the mannequin or something.
No, Gary, you're not gonna get nothing.
If you're in a cosmetology class or whatever, that might be different, but that's what they got the little mannequins up there for. You ain't finna have nobody playing in your hair, scratching your dandruff, and then you start getting comfortable. That's stuff your girlfriend and your wife do.
You
don't do that stuff.
Thank you.
No, you don't let nobody have no woman taking your braids down. You don't let your friend, your home girl take your braids down. That's for your woman.
Ricky, I'm just so shocked that so many moms were defending him.
Ooh.
Like, I was looking in the comment section, and they were like, I don't see nothing wrong with him. I'm like, girl.
That's crazy.
No.
I would like to see what their home life looked like, because
Exactly.
you could probably tell a lot from a woman who ain't got an issue with that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the phones. What are your thoughts?
I would just like to say that I don't think the teacher was in the wrong if you take everything into context. It was at the end of the day. It was free time. He wasn't sitting in between their legs. There was a whole group of students. I think he was bonding with them. I think the students enjoyed it, and I think people are making a bigger deal out of it than what it is. And yes, I am a mother of a daughter.
I'm calling from Jacksonville, Florida, and I just believe that teacher just went too far with that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it's a good look as a education professional. You should never get that comfortable with your kids, even though it look like it's innocent. It's just not a good look, man.
Yeah, Rondi Wright calling from Miami, and I don't think he should be punished for what he did. I don't think it's that serious. When I was in middle school, we used to do the same thing to our teachers here. We used to comb through it, brush through it, and I don't see a problem with it.
As a correctional officer of 12 years and a manager in the kitchen at the school, I never had a problem with kids. Kids can't talk to their parents. They can talk to the teachers and stuff when they got a good relationship with them, like the janitors, kitchen workers. So I didn't see anything wrong with that.
Calling from Houston, Texas. Great morning, Ricky Smiley Morning Show. Yes, it was inappropriate. It's student-teacher relationship. It's just inappropriate. Do it yourself or have your girlfriend do it.
Yeah, that then when you told me is pictures of him with his shirt off. See, that's how people start grooming kids.
With tattoos, lips down there by his private parts with no shirt on, and mixed with your content in the classroom. It's not appropriate. I can't believe these women are calling up here defending him.
I tell you what. I bet if I'd have walked in that classroom and my daughter was playing his head, me and him, I would have went to jail that day. And then she would have had to deal with me when she got home. It would have been a whole damn problem. Talking about what's the big deal? So it is a huge deal. You know what I'm saying? It's a little stuff like when you have little girls and stuff. You don't even be letting your daughter walk between somebody's legs to give them a hug. You hug uncles and family members from the side and men from the side and stuff. I'm real particular and careful on when it came to my daughter. What are you saying, Gary?
Now, I just got a text from a teacher, and they were saying that's the problem with having younger teachers because they want to be student friends and not their educators.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're not supposed to be their friends.
Yeah, too comfortable and too familiar. Too comfortable, too familiar. No, you don't cross that line. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Let's go ahead and stir the pot a little, shall we? Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing and people were just making it weird. So of course I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor, if I may. Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school and I needed my hair taken out beforehand. I would have taken it out the night before, but that Friday we had a camera crew coming in to shoot a promotional video and I was one of the ones being interviewed. So I had to look presentable, so I didn't take my hair out. I didn't have the time to do it all myself because it would have taken me forever. So naturally I asked about 4 or 5 of my over 100 best friends to assist me in taking my hair out and they all agreed. Number 2, this was at the end of class. This week we were doing STEM fair presentations. Since it was Friday and all of my students did an excellent job on their STEM field projects and presentations, I told them if we get one solid presentation in this class, I'll end class a little early and they can have fun and play basketball, darts, or be on their phones or whatever. And during that time, my team would help me take my hair out. A couple of these were students from my class, but others were students from other classes. I wrote all of them a pass at the beginning of the class period, requesting their assistance 10 minutes before dismissal. I told the teachers only send them if all of their work was completed and they had good behavior. They all met the criteria, so 10 minutes before dismissal, they showed up for their job. My next point I'd like to make is, if I was a female teacher, those people wouldn't be in the comments saying, oh, this is weird, this is inappropriate. Because me personally, I don't think there's anything weird about this. People are saying, oh, that's too intimate. To me, it's literally just hair. It doesn't have to be weird. Some people have never had cool teachers, and it shows. I personally believe that building authentic relationships with students is paramount in being an effective teacher. I make sure my students know and can feel that I care about them beyond the schoolwork and all the stuff that I have to make them do. I take the time to get to know my students outside of academics, because caring for the whole child is what's important. Some of these students have been with me since I was a substitute 4 years ago. They see me as a big brother or a father figure, as some of them say. And me, I don't want kids of my own, so all of these kids are literally my children. And in case you're wondering about their parents, most of them follow me on social media and always talk about my videos with their kids. They always tell me that they're so grateful that their kids have someone like me in their life. In my admin, they're well aware of my social media presence and they love my videos. To me, this is just another wholesome moment that I'm having with my kids that I was fortunate enough to catch on film. Since I'm a science teacher, one thing that I teach my students about is symbiosis. Symbiosis deals with the relationships between organisms. The type of relationship that I like to foster in my class is mutualism, or mutualistic relationship, which means both organisms benefit from the exchange. So when my students have good behavior, complete all their assignments, and do everything that a scholar is supposed to do, I reward them with downtime and just time to just be a kid, be on their phones, play games, gossip, so on and so forth. My students and I work hard and we play harder. I'm fortunate enough to have students that feel safe and comfortable around me, safe to come to me with their problems, their frustrations. They come to me seeking guidance and wisdom, or come to me simply to chill and hang out because they know that they have a safe space to be themselves around me. What I strive to do as an educator is be the teacher I wish I had grown up. I strive to be the teacher that makes my inner child happy, someone that my inner child would be proud of. I want to be the teacher that my students reflect back on 20, 30 years down the line and think like, dang, that teacher I had in middle school, he was the shit. No further questions, Your Honor. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. You think this was inappropriate, or people are making something out of nothing? And although you are entitled to your opinion, all I ask is that you be respectful. Thank you.